Good morning, guys. I fell asleep on my shoulder last night and now it feels really funny. Not in a good way. I'm sometimes a genius when I'm sleeping, apparently, because I fell asleep last night and I don't know how or what, but apparently I slept with my mouth open, which I never do normally. I slept on one shoulder with a really weird position, and now it feels like my throat is like, not sore, but like one stage further than that. As if I have a cold or something, which I have not. My shoulder feels like it's going to fall off at any time. So I'm downloading Sarah's footage. Ooh, it's really bad, what the hell? I'm downloading Sarah's footage so I can edit it in a bit. Earlier we had so much rain. You don't see anything of it right now if I show you. Like, it's like, oh, it's so pretty. It was raining like hell. It's not the first that I get either a day earlier or a day after Ohio weather.
I just left the house and I was like, I don't want to go that way, let's go a different way. And then I'm on this route and I'm like, this is way easier, why don't I do that all the time? It's the second Saturday in the month and the German girls or the German community here is meeting. I still don't know what the right word is. The internet says, or my dictionary says, Regulus table. In German it's Stammtisch. I can explain it to you. In Germany it used to be at least common, for example, for guys or my dad. He met up with other men and they played skat or poker or whatever. I assume in America it's more poker. Girls sometimes meet up to do things on a regular day in the week or once a month on the same kind of day, and it's called Stammtisch. So how would you call that? Because regular table sounds a bit weird to me. I don't think that's or a term anyone would say, right?
Now I think of it, I don't actually know anything that can help my throat without sorting to alcohol or direct, like coughing syrup. What is a good remedy for it? I'm googling that in a bit, but if I don't find anything, please let me know.
And there we go, quiche and soy latte, and look at that, it looks so awesome. I love the salads, but I mention that every time, but there's so much more today.
There is nothing online other than me having a lot of really, really bad diseases that I'm pretty sure of that I don't have. So I will just resort to you guys. What is the best solution for a sore throat? Ooh, a honey, but we don't have any. I believe not. Do we have honey? No. Only syrup. And that's not really that tasty.
I find it so funny when people all of a sudden are like, hey, where's the entrance? And I'm like, I'm just walking past here, I think it's there. That was pretty fun. There weren't so many here, which makes it a bit quieter and a bit more relaxed. And as I'm here, I'm going to Bladder's Closet, just scanning, browsing, hopefully not buying anything. Well, no. And then I'm going to Kroger because I still want to get a Kroger card. And then we get coupons. No, okay, coupons.
I was showing you guys yesterday that I was playing Pokemon 5 Red, basically the remake of the original Red. And the other one is blue, but it's called Leaf Green now. That's kind of weird in my opinion. Why didn't they make it water blue or something? I don't know. Nonetheless, the thing what I like about emulators is, one, I can play it on a massive screen if I like to, and I can play with my PlayStation controller. Yeah, I'm a PlayStation fanboy. I love my PlayStation controller. I have played an Xbox though, but I just cannot get used to the whole feeling of the controller. It's weird, I know. You know what's even weirder? Playing a PC game with supported Xbox controller while actually emulating that Xbox controller with a PlayStation controller. The biggest inception ever. Unless I do really like my old Game Boy that I had. I think actually I had Pokemon Red, Blue, I had the Pikachu version, the yellow one. I think actually I had Pokemon Red, Blue, I had the Pikachu version, the yellow one. I do own Gold. I have played the other Silver. I know it's exactly the same, but hey, don't judge me. I have played Emerald, because the other two versions were pretty much the same, I think. It's crazy that Pokemon is almost at least 20 years old, if you think about it. I'm not sure which year they started, but the original creator of Pokemon envisioned a completely different Pokemon. But since Pokemon made a lot of money, and I'm not talking about a lot of money, but a shit ton of money, they actually kept Ash 10 years old, because apparently people grow out of it, and a new generation of young kids start watching again. And that's why they reboot the series every time with new badges, new Pokemon that are even weirder than the ones before. In my opinion, I like the first, second, and maybe the third generation of Pokemon, because they still make sort of sense. Yeah, I can honestly say that that's one of the biggest things of my childhood that I so love. I don't like the 3D stuff though. I think the newer ones are 3D, I'm not sure, or they have like 3D elements, and that's gone a little bit too far. I really like the pixelated stuff. Ah, that gets me going. That's no joke, it really gets me going.
Yep, I've turned officially American. I've never had so many of those. Here, I think I found a new cup for you, but first I saw this and I'm like, that is awesome. And then I saw this. Ooh. Do you want? I do like handkerchiefs. I said that before, but normally it's too expensive for me. But this is $1 cheaper with a card, and I mean half the size. That's a word.
So for all the my age type kids, I mean, if you're younger, that's perfectly fine too. Let me know, what was your favorite gaming console when you were growing up? I mean, I grew up with my Game Boy and later on my PlayStation 2 and now my PlayStation 3. And that's pretty much always my kind of platform that I really like. I mean, in America, Xbox is way more popular than the PlayStation is. And here it's the other way around, because PlayStation is more sold in Europe and in Japan, I think. So it's not a battle about what is better and what's more awesome, because in the end everything has awesome titles. I have to say that that's the whole reason why we have been buying all those consoles at Goodwill, because I personally love different games on different platforms. I mean, Super Nintendo, that's pretty obvious why that is awesome, because it has a lot of good titles. So let me know.
I do have a swollen knot here, so I was already freaking out this morning. But I think I'm getting sick, so nothing to worry about, no cancer, no nothing. And no, I won't spend $3,000 on a doctor who tells me you have nothing. You take some pills. I mean, as soon as you talk to the internet, it's like, it could be this, it could be that, and you start going nuts. It's like, hey, if it doesn't go away in a couple of weeks, let it get checked. But like I said, headache, and I feel already a bit like I said, there's a lot coming, so I'd rather be sick now instead of in 2 weeks.
The vlog is up, and one of the first comments is pretty much always like, it's not that hard to overtake a really fast car if it's going no speed limit. Well, mister, actually the car was driving pretty fast, and we were driving in a Ford Fiesta, which is not really meant for driving faster than like 100 kilometers per hour, maybe 120 max. So in my opinion, it was awesome, and it's still accomplishment achieved. Or trophies, sorry trophies, because accomplishments those are for, or achievements are Xbox. See, I don't even know anymore sometimes.
We have so much to do, Jurre. When you're back, we have to go bowling. There's the bowling place, and I finally found the diner I think I was looking for, but it's more like a fast food place, what diners are often. So that's it. It's directly next to the bowling alley. I think there might be even good food in the bowling alley, burgers and stuff. Want to see an awesome shop? That's an awesome shop. The only thing which I don't like, and that has always been like this, it smells like burnt fat all the time. They got burgers and other stuff and pizza, so definitely a place to go to.
Ah, I could murder my provider sometimes. And my provider, I mean my internet provider. That piece of shit Wi-Fi network is constantly dying. Ah, I could murder my provider sometimes. And my provider, I mean my internet provider. That piece of shit Wi-Fi network is constantly dying. I'm sorry guys, I shouldn't complain. I mean, I still have internet. There are people who don't even have internet. We pay for a service, and I want to have my internet working and not being down every 5 seconds. And I'm pretty sure it's not the router, because we have like days that there's nothing wrong.
Last week I went to the place where we were golfing, or wanted to go golfing. Here's the footage. So I guess not much luck here. I'm wondering what's the reason. There's something written. 4, but that's not all. I guess we were the last ones to play here. That sucks. If I had money, I would buy this property. It's so awesome. That's the back of the house. Let's walk around, I want to show you. That's the front. And basically you could live upstairs, have the bar downstairs. Actually there's light in there now. It was already closed last year when I was here, and I was like, oh, I hope they're open this year, but apparently they have been closed for a while. Awkward moment. There were actually 2 guys driving up in a pickup from the city of Dublin, and they turned on their, what do you call them? Anyhow, I was walking there, I'm like, hey, I was just looking if there's a sign if the driving range is opening anytime soon, or is it closed down forever, and they're like, oh, it's shut down, and I'm like, it's awesome. The guys were actually nice enough to tell me that there is another one on this street, but this street is long. They didn't really tell me where it is, so I'm just driving up and down. I might as well, I'm already here. And then I'm going home. Maybe I'm hitting some balls when I find it. It's still open, of course. But so far, I do not even know where it should be, because there are a lot of houses and communities, and I've driven here. I haven't seen it before, so this might be interesting. Well, I haven't found it yet, but I found something else. It's a dog park, and I think this is actually the place where Jen and Andrea sometimes go with the dogs. That's cool. This area pretty much looks like the area I'm coming from in Germany. Besides the yellow lines on the street, but I would say, yeah, and the power lines and stuff, they are different, but it's as flat, as rural, trees. One thing America is big in is the pharmacy section. I mean, vitamin C is not real drugs or whatever. You have so many things. I think in Germany we don't have that many supplements and stuff. I mean, I'm joining the trend. I already got magnesium, and I basically bought vitamin C because I feel that I'm getting sick. Chai, you're weird. I know girls go to the toilet together, but every time I go in there, she comes with me. She has to pee or poo. I don't get it. Same thing when I'm in the kitchen, she eats. When I'm not in the kitchen, she doesn't eat. You're weird. Buh, buh, buh.
Like 2 days ago I showed you guys that little bottle with, it's not sleeping pill, but it basically helps you relax and calm down when you're stressed out or jet lagged. And it actually surprisingly worked really well. I was not as tired as I was before. So since my sleeping patterns have been all over the place, and I've been not really like stressed out, but more or less like I couldn't get rest as sleep. I didn't feel rested, that's the thing. I had to take a few and relax, calm down, and go to bed a little bit earlier than normally, which should be fine. Because tomorrow it's Mother's Day, and I suppose it's gonna be awesome weather, so we're gonna visit my grandmother and just have some fun. I will just take some photos, I think. With that in mind, I'm going to tell you guys to have an awesome day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night, guys. I should probably turn off the light too. Bye!